29 and I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Good evening, good evening. How's it going? I see 8 people in the chat. Well, I see Scott and Tiffany have been chatting a little bit. Tiffany's present. She's probably lurking in the background doing something else until I start. So here I am. You can come and have a chat, Tiff. Just kidding. Scott came to say hi. Probably gave me a thumbs up. Still wondering, though, if he's going live after. Yeah, you're still here. I figured you would still be here. Scott, if you're around, I'm just wondering if you're going live tonight, just so I can give you my peeps. After I'm done, I will redirect people over to your live stream. Chris is lurking too. Awesome. Don't forget the thumbs up. I shared everything on Facebook, so people should start coming in soon. And he is going live. Okay. So it's always called Primetime Friday, I think. Let me just go and set it up. Hey, Selge, how's it going? Still overwhelmed by all your plums and apples? Well, I don't know if you have too many apples. I've seen a small apple tree not too far from your house when I pass by, so I'm subscription. Really? Prime. What? Okay, well, maybe Scott didn't do anything yet. Yeah, I passed by your house cells around 3 p.m. and your girlfriend was outside talking to someone. You weren't there, but I just tried to see if you had anything else in your plum trees, and I could see a nice, beautiful apple tree. I'm not sure if it's on your property or your neighbor's, but I'm pretty sure if the apples fall, they would fall on your side. I also heard that some of my kids' friends are watching, which is kind of cool. I guess when they hear that I have almost 10,000 subscribers, the kids are they're impressed. They're like, "Oh, really? That's awesome," and it is awesome, and I'm very proud of it. And let me just check the last count. I am hoping to get 10,000 by Christmas. It should be doable. I'm sitting at 9697, 9,697 subscribers. So just a little bit more than 300 subscribers needed to reach my 10,000. If I did that, that would be awesome. Getting dark, had to come in. Awesome. And Lois is here as well, a member for 9 months. That's awesome. You're lucky. You keep winning those free giveaways. Yeah, I wonder if I have some more. Can I? Membership gifting. Oh, I have 10 more. So, depending on the dates, see, I can give 5 more. Cell still has apples. I still got, and it's mine. Awesome. Those look like beautiful apples. So, Wild Edibles, Blessed to Crochet, my son Lucas, Dan from Gear Gridden, and Lee from Fisherman 506 are new winners of free memberships. And let me do the 5 other ones. Give 5 now. So, Tiffany won a free membership. That's awesome. You're here. Uh, Hicocentric Homestead is also here. Did my camera blink again? Is it my camera, or is it my software, or is it my computer? I've seen myself because I have it on the laptop here because I can't really see there. Um, and it feels like the screen went black for a tiny part of a second. So Tiffany, Jotham had Ecocentric Homestead, Butterfly Kisses, Nikki, Kathy H, and ADHD in the Making. They won. Awesome. It did, right? Okay. Yeah, I figured. I don't know why it's doing that. It does that every once in a while. And yeah, so I heard some of my friends, kids' friends, are actually watching. So it's kind of cool. I have to be careful what I say. Also, if Audrey, if you're watching, hello. Hey Scott, what's up? It's been really hardcore in the last couple of weeks. I started college. Well, it's an online college class, and it's supposed to be anywhere between 3 to 6 hours a week. Now, the class itself was an hour and a half. So you would think that another hour and a half I should be done. If it's between 3 and 6 hours a week, I thought that it would be, if you're someone that works slow, it might take 6 hours. If you're someone that works fast like me, it would take 3 hours. Did I talk about weeks? 3 or 6 hours a week. I think I did. I said it right. I'm usually someone that works fast. When I was in school, I was always the first one to finish my projects, always the first one to finish my tests, my exams, and all that stuff. So I figured it was going to take me 3 hours to do in a week. Not so much. I think that they're pretty what's the word? Generous on 3 hours a week. Let's just say that I've spent at least 5 hours just to try to figure out where all the information is, plus an hour and a half for the class. I'm at the point in the season where it's super mega busy because the last few things to harvest are being harvested now. And I still have a bunch of squash and zucchinis on the table, on the kitchen table. And my daughter asked me, Dad, are we going to get access to the table soon? Like, I need the table to do my homework. So it needs to get done. I need to start preserving some of that stuff. Now, a problem that's not really it's kind of a good problem to have is that my 4 freezers are full. One of them is full of chickens and turkeys. The 3 other ones, well, we have one that's full of fruits and meat pies. Another one is full of, what do we have? We have one that's full of like bologna, extra bread. We took out the bread, a few extra butter cubes, a lot of squash and zucchinis that were frozen. And another one has a lot of rabbit, some, what else? Oh yeah, like the chickens that we butchered. We have all the wings sealed together in that freezer, all the legs sealed together in that freezer, all the boneless breasts sealed together and vacuum sealed bags in that freezer. Now, my aunt killed a moose. They had too much meat, they asked me if I wanted to get some meat for the cost of the butcher. Of course, I said yes. I mean, I didn't get any meat this year, so I need some meat. I ended up getting, give or take, about 100 pounds of meat. And yeah, it was awesome. It's all vacuum sealed. A bunch of beautiful, nice steaks. Uh, I mean, I needed to find some space for that meat. We're still going deer hunting, so we might get some more venison meat. I still have 2 bear tags. My uncle has 2 bear tags, and I don't think he plans on eating the meat if he gets one. So we're going over in bear country to hunt for deer, but we might also get a bunch of bear meat. Who knows? We might get lucky. Um, no, Tiffany, no words on the pigs yet. Unfortunately, um, I sent him a message a couple of times. Either he doesn't know the answer, or he's too busy, or he doesn't want to answer. Maybe he can't get them, but I'll keep you posted as soon as I know. It's hard. It's hard when you're. I'm 41. I used to be called a nerd when I was in school, high school. I was the kind of guy that would never study, never never bring homework at home. I would just do the work in class before the course ended. Always ended up with over 90s average. Now, I feel like I need to buckle up. I need to to get ready because it's gonna be a long, long ride. Yes, 100 pounds, and that whatever we could get out of the freezer that was either not good because of freezer burn or um, stuff that was ended up if we had it in a plastic bag that ended up opening, like tomatoes. We had a small bag of tomatoes in the freezer that was torn. The tomatoes were all over in the freezer. I mean, they're not good. They had spots on them, and I just ended up throwing it away. We had a few small fish that were not good, so I was able to make some space for the moose meat, but I still have a bunch of squash and zucchinis I need to can. Problem is, I was hoping to be able to do a little bit of work last weekend. My dad wanted me to go help him out to cut the wood and firewood. Well, let's just say that I am getting older and I'm not as in shape as I used to be. I was sore until at least yesterday. Like I can still feel that I had a good workout. We spent the whole day. We split and piled 5 cords, which for some of you might not be that much, but my dad is 66, and I felt older than him. I kind of felt like I was a lot older than he was at that point because I was sore. So I didn't do much last weekend. And it feels like every single day. Monday was a holiday. I had to go to work. I took the day off on Tuesday, but I was busy all day. I went with my girlfriend. She had an appointment. She didn't feel like driving. I had to go with my daughter for her braces. Wednesday we went grouse hunting just for a few hours. We didn't see a single grouse. We saw a cow moose right behind the houses. As soon as we got in the woods, it was right there in the middle of the road. About an hour later, we saw a pretty decent bull, like not a monster bull, but he had little tiny pallets. it was a nice moose. And as we were coming out, I saw a bear. First of all, I didn't have any chance at shooting, and second of all, I didn't bring my rifle. I just had my shotgun for grouse. Hello, Thomas. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know you fish a lot, Thomas. Do you do any hunting at all? You're probably trapping, but you do any hunting at all? Oh yeah, no problems. I'm probably gonna ask in a few days if I don't hear from him. I have a Nesco. I think it's a Nesco vacuum sealer. Is it in my description? Do I have it in my description? I know I have a video out there where I'm talking about it. I just bought it off Amazon. It was like less than $200. It does the job pretty well. Let me see. Am I sharing that in my... So, okay, no. Let me just see if I can find it. Vacuum sealing. Revolutionize food preservation. So here I should have... I didn't even share it there. Oh, come on. Okay, so somewhere in one of my videos, I have a link to my vacuum sealer. Can I find it quickly here? Oh yeah. I should have it here. Right here. Currently unavailable. Of course. I will share the one I have just to show you which one I have. Get link. There you go. So that's the vacuum sealer I have. And as for the plastic bags, I get the ones from a company called Out of Here. Out of Here sponsored me a video. I think it was about a year ago. And the product is cheaper in terms of price than anything I've seen at Walmart. I mean, yes, you have to order it. Yeah, it's called Out of Air. But the company is actually awesome. Yeah. So they sent me, they had a few rolls, and I checked on the website. A box of 2 big rolls that are 100 feet each go for like $48. Well, I think they were anyway when I did my video. For like 25 feet, it's like $25 at Walmart, if not 30. So yes, you pay a little bit more, but you get at least double. And the plastic is, you can see that the plastic is more solid. You know, it's thicker. They also have those resealable bags that you can vacuum seal. And then once you open it and you shred the top, you have a little Ziploc that you can zip it back. And oh, they're sending you some? Awesome. Hey, you just bought the vacuum sealer and they're sending you the bags. You're gonna love the bags. I don't know if you can compare if you've never used any other ones before, but I used to do a lot of like moose jerky and beef jerky and things like that. And when you do the jerky, the tips are sharp, kind of, and they tend to pierce through the plastic. But with Out of Air, it doesn't do that. and I didn't have any problems sealing meat or vegetables so far. I mean, the only problem I really have with vacuum sealer itself, and it's the same problem with any type of plastic. Oh, they're sending you the vacuum sealer as well? Wow, that's awesome. Um, you will love the bags, depending on what kind of vacuum sealer you have. Um, you will love it. The only problem, like I said, is when you're trying to vacuum seal something that's wet or humid. It will vacuum everything out, but it will also vacuum the water, the excess water, and it will stick to the plastic, and then it's almost impossible to seal. So one thing I do now to try to bypass that little issue is I take like paper towel. I'll take just like the one piece and put it in my plastic bag. If I freeze, if you were to blanch some beans, after you're done, they're wet. But if you put a piece of paper towel on top, when it comes to seal, the paper towel will stop the water from going out. And when it thaws out, if you want to use it after, the paper towel is pretty easy to remove. So that was a trick that we tried, and we read somewhere that it was working, and it actually worked for us. I have to go back and get my pal and everything I used to a lot. Awesome. Well, that would be awesome once you start hunting as well. So that's that's pretty cool that you guys are getting the free vacuum sealer and the bags and all of that there. And yeah, if you have any questions, Tiffany, I mean, I'm just a message away. Don't hesitate. I love mine. The one I have, like I said, it was the Nesco brand. I'm pretty sure out of here, if they're sending you a vacuum sealer, it's probably from their own brand. But I mean, personally, I will need to order some more for next year. I'm pretty sure I have enough with what I have, but when I order some more, I will order from them. Instead of buying a $25 for 25 feet, I will pay the $50, even if I have to pay a little bit more shipping, just to get more, better quality, and in general, it's better product. I had to go back a bit, was checking out the Amazon link. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Just a second. So I got a message. Someone mentioned me, but I don't see anything. So I don't know. Maybe they removed their message. I love them anyway. They're pretty cool. And the thing is, I was thinking about making a video on different ways of preserving, but it feels like everything you do can't be done alone. You can't vacuum seal something and leave it on the counter. You need to freeze it or put it in the fridge. You can't. Well, I guess you can pressure can if you follow the recipes. You can pressure can or water bath can, and then you can put that and put it on the shelf. But other than that, you can't just freeze. You need to put it in plastic or put it in a mason jar or something to preserve it. Even if you just dehydrate something, you also need to put it into something that will not get the humidity. I've been traveling back and forth to go see my friend that has a freeze dryer. I would love to have one of those machines. I just can't afford it now. But I mean, if you could see the stuff that we can do with that stuff, with that machine, whoa. So You can freeze dry vegetables that will stay good for 25 years once they're sealed. Now, he has one of those, it looks like a huge pot. He puts like maybe 6, 7 mason jars at a time in there. Uh, he seals it. You press a little button. It's like a compressor that just removes the air from that pot. So it removes all the air from all the mason jars. Now, if there's air going in, it will not go bad. It's not like um, you know botulism is not going to get in there. It's not like something that's liquid that you will get mold. You don't need to use fresh new lids, from what I understand. It could be wrong. Maybe they're just doing it that way because it's cheaper for them to do. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but um, you can't use a freeze dryer without having a way to vacuum seal the product after, because it will become soggy after a while. The humidity will get in the product. So I have a bunch of them. Can I reach one? Yes. So I have some zucchinis here that were sealed, and it's sealed. I can see that it's sealed. There's no air. Those are zucchinis. If I was to open one, it feels like dry sponge with the taste of the vegetable. And I have to do a follow up on my pantry. Can I reach one here? Oh, this is something else I did. Rabbit broth. Um, it's not as tasty as chicken broth, but look at the beautiful color. It looks better when I have the light. uh, but it was very, very good when we tried. So this is blueberry jam from last year, and it's still good. It's still intact. Uh, Although this one is a little bit more jelly per se, it's a little bit harder. It's all jammed together. I did a lot of raspberries uh, because every time I go outside, every weekend, I go check my raspberries, and I get like 3 pounds of raspberries. This is pretty cool. But I will do a pantry tour, show you all I've got. I got a lot more than what I usually have. A lot of stuff has been freeze dried by my friend. A pressure canned some chicken broth, some carrots, beans. I still have some pumpkins from last year. I also have, what else do I have? I have a few squash, although I have a lot of pickled cucumbers, pickled zucchinis. My pantry outside of the freezers is actually bigger than last year, and my 4 freezers are full, and I didn't go hunting yet. Well, I didn't go hunting at all. I was asking my girlfriend, do you think we have more vegetables than we did last year? And she's like, I don't think you do. But I'm like, well, we're eating a lot more of different things, because I didn't get any cabbage last year, and I think I got like 1 cauliflower that was about the size of this bin. This year we had a full lunch of cauliflowers. We've had some cabbage. We had a lot of cucumbers. We've been eating zucchinis and squash, on a weekly basis. Something we didn't really do last year until the fall arrived. My 4 freezers are full, and I have a lot more on the shelf, so I'm pretty sure we have more vegetables than last year. Last year, I think some vegetables ended up rotting. I mean, there's only so much you can do, but yeah, my pantry's pretty cool. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. A video coming when it gets here. Uh, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't used one since I was a teen. My mom had one. That's pretty cool. You'll know a little bit how to use it. Um, One of the things I don't like about my vacuum sealer, or I could say that maybe it's the bags I was using. I was using smaller bags because when I did my rabbit broth, I had some pieces of rabbit meat that was left. And instead of throwing it out, I just cleaned it up and put it in small bags, vacuum sealed, to put in the freezer. Later on, at some point, we can take them out, make some sandwiches, or hot chicken with rabbit meat, like hot rabbit. And if you have just a one smaller, not as wide bag, it doesn't seal as well. It seals, it just doesn't suction the air out. So I need to put like two bags side by side for some reason so that it can vacuum all the air out. Joyfield Jenny, thank you so much for stopping by. How's it going? I like the Kirkland bags from Costco. I've never tried those. And are those vacuum sealing bags you're talking about? We're getting a new store here called The Running Man. I guess they're supposed to have a lot of the Costco stuff. It will be more expensive than what you get at Costco, but you don't require a membership card. Plus, I won't require 3 hours drive to go get it. So we'll see if they have some of that stuff. Apparently, it's a pretty big store. It will be pretty cool. You recognize the rabbit broth? It looks good. The second batch of chicken broth we did, I mean, I could have drank the whole bowl the whole pot. It was so good, tasty. We cooked the chicken, the carcass, for like 3 to 4 hours on its own, and then when it was starting to get warm and the bones were almost crumbling, I really good at what? We added some onions, some zucchini, some carrots, like a few pieces that we had. If we had a carrot that was about to go bad, before I had time to can them, I would take the best part of the carrot and just cut in pieces and put it in there with the chicken carcasses. I added some, was it oregano that I had from my own garden, some onions, some peppers, and like a bunch of vegetables. We cooked all that together. We added some water at that point. We let it cook for like 24 hours. Although we put the stove at very, very low temperature overnight. When I filtered the whole thing, oh my God, the taste, it was so good. Like, I don't think we'll be able to use just that to do like chicken soup. But like I told my kids, if you're home and for some reason we're not home, you can take one of those jars of chicken broth, one jar of carrots, and get some potatoes, cut them, and just put all that together. And if you don't use potatoes, you can use carrots, chicken or rabbit that's already frozen, cooked in the freezer. Put all that together with the chicken broth, and you got soup. And you don't need mom and dad to be here to open a mason jar. Well, we still need the snacks because I didn't get a lot of videos done for my challenge. Actually, I didn't check though lately. Come on, pause. Pause. Pausing the video like 10 times. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Homesteady snacks. Homesteady snacks. So Dave made a snack. I've seen this video. Homemade snacks for pantry challenge. Freezer grab and go snacks. So that was done 7 months ago by the Seasonal Homestead. It's not about my challenge. She has 61,000 views. So other than Dave, nobody did the challenge. So I will need to go to the grocery store to make some more, to buy some more snacks. Shawnee, thank you so much for stopping by. Awesome. Hope you have a beautiful evening so far, and hope everyone has a great weekend. I need to make pickles at some point. The recipe I have from the Bernardin book, the Ball book, is very, very easy. It doesn't take much time to prepare. It takes time in terms of wait time. You do your thing, you wait 4 hours, you do something else, and then you water bath, and then you're done. Pickled carrots. Oh, really? I've never done pickled carrots. Rabbit, the other white meat. Yeah. Well, rabbit is actually pretty good. I used to think that, well, I was raised by my parents telling me that the wild hare, the wild rabbits we have around here, oh, it's not good. It tastes like cat. Well, I don't think they've ever tried cat. But, it was their way of saying that it was not good. But I've never actually tried wild rabbit. But the rabbit you raise, it's white meat and it tastes just like chicken. It's not as tender as chicken unless you know exactly how to cook it. There's a few different things you can do. But I mean, the meat I had has been cooking for 24 hours. I'm pretty sure that it was disintegrating at that point. So by vacuum sealing that, I can put that in the sandwich, and I'm pretty sure nobody would notice a difference. It will have the taste of all the vegetables, of all the broth that was in the juice part. Need to get pickling spices. The recipe I use, I can send you the recipe if you want. It's basically it's vinegar, sugar, cucumbers or zucchinis. It's up to you. They can both be used. And then you need like mustard seeds, turmeric, and celery seeds. So once you have those ingredients, it's pretty straightforward. And obviously you need pickling salt. But you rinse your vegetables after. The salt is only to remove the excessive water from your cucumbers or zucchinis. Not sure what I'm good at, but we are doing tomato sauce tomorrow. Oh yeah, we've done some spaghetti sauce. It's delicious. I know it's a cliche. Whenever it comes from your garden, everything seems to taste better. But I'm so happy that I have managed to get enough tomatoes and enough time to take care of them and not lose any. Put that in the freezer, and then I feel like we found the right way to cook them and do them so that we don't have. Last year, the one we did was a little bit more tomato it tasted too much like tomatoes. And it doesn't really taste like spaghetti sauce if it tastes too much like tomatoes. The one we did this year is a lot better, and it's pretty good. Um, my girlfriend has those little spaghetti sauce spices that she puts in the sauce whenever we take one jar out. Gives it a little taste, but we can't put those spices when we pressure can, just because I follow the guidelines. Uh, Not a lie. My parents came last weekend and brought like 6, 7 Ziploc bags full of tomatoes. That's awesome. And yes, tomato sauce, delicious. You can do so many things with tomato sauce. They also brought a big bag of deer carrot and apples. A lot of job to come. Yeah, well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people don't have space to grow their own food. But I just paid $13 for 50 pounds of carrots. Now, yes, you need to buy the mason jars the first time. You need to buy the pressure canner. Or you can blanch them and vacuum seal them and freeze them. But if you do that, you pay $13 for 50 pound of carrot and you can preserve it. It's a lot cheaper than $3 for 2 pounds of carrots you get at the grocery store. I get that what you get at the grocery store and those deer carrots are probably not 100% organic. But let's face it, if you have to go to the grocery store, you're not eating organic either. So I grow most of my vegetables, and I try to grow as much fruits as possible. But it's not always possible, and I'm not going to let myself starve to death because I couldn't grow it this year. I buy, and I try to buy. I'm not going to say in bulk because sometimes you buy in bulk to get it cheaper, and it's not better quality. But those deer carrots and deer apples, they're basically just carrots and apples that are not perfect. So, let's take this. This is a can of beer. This is a deer can of beer. It's still the same beer. It's still grown the same way. It's still, in the same soil. Tastes the same thing. The only difference is it might be a curve in the carrot somewhere. There might be a little spot on the apple somewhere. It's still as healthy as the one you get at the grocery store. And it is like $50 less for 50 pounds. It all counts as food. Only thing I don't have is the celery seeds. If you go to Costco, they have it there with the big ones. And I think celery seeds is it the one we use the most, or is it the mustard seeds? But you can get the celery seeds at any grocery store. It's like $2-3. And it just gives more taste. It's fit easy. I could just see the collar of the dog shining, like reflecting the light. We have a black dog in the bedroom. It's dark in the bedroom. Rabbit food. Yeah, you'll give some. You give carrots to your rabbits. Vinegar, sugar, cucumbers or zucchini, mustard seed, turmeric, celery seeds, pickling salt to remove the excess water from zucchini cucumbers. Yes, and that's probably the same recipe I have in the Ball Book or Balnada, depending if you're in Canada. I made salsa last year with a lot of zucchinis. Unfortunately, my family doesn't like it. I still have some leftovers. Like 3 jars, I think, from last year. And I personally love it. But if I am the only one that likes it, that's not really something I can cook for supper. So we'll see how it goes. But we'll probably end up being the one eating them if I go to watch hockey with my friends. Maybe we can do some nachos and bring my own salsa. That's actually a very good idea. salsa with all homegrown vegetables and moose meat. Um, the only thing that doesn't come from my homestead would be the chips and the cheese. The carrot tops goes to the rabbit, of course, as well as the apple core and peel. I tried to do vinegar last year, but it did not work. Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of being lucky. I asked Tracy, and he says, "Oh, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is this and this and that." But not because it's easy for you, that it's also easy for me. So Scott said it was going live. I still can't find his live stream. Rambling. I said rambling with the brooms. Shenanigan Friday. So he keeps changing the name. No wonder I can find it. Well, it is Primetime Friday. Why can't I find it? Primetime Friday. There it is. Finally. Salsa also can cook with your meats or veggies. Yes. Salsa, you can make soup dishes, nachos. Yeah, we usually do the nachos for supper. Simple Acre Homestead, thank you so much for stopping by. How's the family member going? I think it was your brother-in-law. Hello, Karen. Good evening. So, Tiffany, after... it's funny because I went on... what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. Jake Hudson's. Couple of live streams and a couple of premieres. And what he does is pretty cool. And then I started digging a little deeper about all those AI songs. I'm just wondering, when it comes to YouTube, are those allowed? I know you have to declare when something is done by AI. Now, I know it's the same with sound and music. You would have to declare it. But I asked the company that I was dealing with if I could use that music on my channel, and I'm still waiting for an answer. I don't want to get flagged for copyright, especially for something that I wrote the lyrics. I had a few songs that I wrote when I was younger, and I decided to try it with the app. You get 2 free songs, and I got hooked. You can pay either $10 a week or $60 a year. So I tried for $10 for 1 week just to see if I would like it or not. I've been creating songs since. I created a song for my girlfriend. I created a song for my brother's, passing away back in 2011. I took a few of the lyrics I already wrote when I was an old teenager or young adult, depending on how you see it, between 18 and 22 years old. Man, I had dark thoughts back then. But it came out as very, very good music. Pretty cool, actually. I'm almost like not only hooked to the app, but I love the music. I love the music that came out of those AI software. When you put the lyrics or you put a description and it comes out with a song with the style and type you want. Actually pretty cool. Um, you can put the rabbit bits in your nachos. Yes, although I prefer to keep it frozen. The kids, well, I had 4 bags, and one of those 4 bags is already gone. Um, my daughter made some sandwiches. Um, and the fun part is with those small bags, they can be resealed and be reused. Doing better and better. He gets to go home on the 24th. Oh, that's awesome. That's very, very good news. Still in 3 weeks, basically, but to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that's pretty awesome. Haven't had any issues, and neither have other using the song. No, like I get that the songs that he provides are probably good, although one, it doesn't mean that it won't bite you in the butt in 3 or 4 years from now. I've seen some songs from YouTube, the YouTube library, come back and give me a copyright issue 3 years later because for some reason they removed the song and it wasn't accepted anymore. So I had to go and do something to that video to try to get that song out, which sucks. But yeah, maybe the software is allowing him to use the music. I just don't know about the one that I'm using. It's called Music AI, I think. AI Song. Sorry, I was far. It's called AI Song. You get 2 free songs, and if you share and people try it out, download the app, if you get 2 people to download the app, you get 2 extra songs. But the only thing is, whenever you put in your command or your lyrics and you click create songs, it creates 2 at a time. But it's usually creating 2 different versions, and you can decide whichever one you want after. When it comes to AI, they want you to tell them if people or places have been created by AI. Music doesn't matter to them. Maybe. Let me see. When you click on a video, or when you do video, what does it say? Altered content. To follow YouTube's policy, you're required to tell us if your content is altered or synthetic and seems real. This includes realistic sounds or visuals made with AI or other tools. Let's see, learn more. Altered content setting. Disclose example of altered. Okay, applying beauty filters. Okay, digital, generating or altering content to replace the face. Okay. Car chase, simulating audio to make it sound as if a medical professional gave advice. Okay. Don't have to disclose. Not real. Someone riding a unicorn through a fantastic world. Okay. Audio, video. Keep in mind, you need to disclose. See, it says here, to help keep viewers informed about the content they're viewing, we require creators to disclose content that is altered or synthetic when it appears realistic or meaningful. Examples of content, edits, or video assistant that creators need to disclose: synthetically generating music. So right there, I feel like we would need to disclose it. But I mean, you get the right to do it. The only thing is with those songs, it's giving me inspiration. So now I listen to a song that I say, okay, this is my song. I want it done acoustic. Um, do something that has that emotion. It creates a song, and then I listen to it. And I'm like, okay, well, I can play those notes on the guitar, and I can sing it with my own little twist, and eventually create my own song with that inspiration. Oh, I'll change that note. I'll add this. I'll add that. Um, Eventually, you end up with your own song with the inspiration from the AI. So in that case, um, it would be good. I think I will still have to look after his property. However, he will be home. Hopefully, eventually, can regain all abilities. Sometimes it can take a while, but yeah, he's getting better. He can go better until he's just too old, and I'm not sure how old he is, but I can't say he's gonna get better for the next 200 years. But he will get better until he eventually will get old, and it'll be his time. But hopefully, it won't be for another 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? um, awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome, amazing. Y'all have a safe evening. Love y'all. Take care. Till then. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you if you stop by on another live stream at some point. Um, so yeah, I've been having fun with that app. Now, I was talking earlier how last weekend I helped my dad with the firewood. Tomorrow we have a wedding. I already told my daughter Alexa that we would go grouse hunting, so I need to get up uh, around 6:30 in the morning. It's 9 p.m. my time, just so you know. We're going grouse hunting, but we're supposed to get like a lot of rain, like heavy rain. Uh, we'll be in our vehicle. Maybe we won't see a thing. Who knows? Maybe it'll be pointless. But hey, we can go 2 3 hours. If it's a bad day, well, we come back home and that's it. But then we have a wedding. My girlfriend's cousin's kid. Anyway, we have a wedding. uh, but the fun part is, it's right here, the community center. I can actually see the building from my living room. That's how close it is. It's basically 30 minutes walk. So if something happens, we don't have far to go. If we decide to have a little drink, we can walk home. Um, then the following weekend, Miley plays soccer. It's the regionals. You know those regionals that we had last year with the handball, like the little handball tournament? Soccer happens in the fall. There's only two teams. It's a best of three against that team. If they win, they're going to the Acadian Games next June. If they don't, it's giving them a chance to go do another sport. And the reason they're doing it this way is because, um, we're a smaller area, not too many kids around here. So it's giving them a chance to fill out all the teams. The only thing is, um, all the other schools in highly uh, populated areas do the same thing. So they might have 80 people trying for a soccer team when we have 12 here and we need 14 minimum. So we need to go and, um, you know, bug people to come play for a team. In Moncton, they might have 80 players trying for the team at tryouts. Those 66 people, 64 people that will get cut will wait until their school either wins or loses. If they lose, all those 80 players will go try for another sport team, sport event, sports. So we don't have much chance when we go to those competitions. But there was someone telling me that there might be a possibility of blending a few schools together this year. If that's the case, um, that would be awesome because we would go with Hamilton. That I don't know if it's doable. I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if it follows the rules. Just someone told me that they don't think they'll have a team this year, and they would love for us to merge our teams together and have like one big team. If that's the case, I'd be the coach. My son's gonna play, obviously, no matter what, and we could have a good team. And he was happy about that. He's like, "Oh, we can finally have a good team." Yeah, action packed. So next weekend it is a soccer tournament, but I have a hockey pool next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following week, next Saturday. Um, the weekend after is when my daughter Alexa and I will be performing for the mental health show that they have around here, which is pretty big, pretty cool. The musicians are awesome. The following weekend will be the Halloween party. Um, 2 weeks after that, I'm going deer hunting. Like, it won't stop. It just doesn't stop. And we're the 4th. I need to change my calendar, but there's something very special happening next Wednesday. That will take all my time during that day. Someone I know very much is turning 41 years old. And as you can see, it's starting to show. White beard, losing my hair. I didn't really think of it when I prepared the live stream for tonight. But I guess I can have the party next weekend, right? Invite people over on screen, have a drink, and just have some fun. Thank you. We are in for rain for like 4 days straight. Yeah. I don't know why. There used to be a time where I would go for an hour and a half straight, and I would have something to talk about for an hour and a half, and sometimes I would go up to 3 hours. Now I do an hour, and I'm tired. But also, I was up to like 500 hours every 20, like in the last 28 days with the big live stream we had for the fundraiser. I'm still down under 300. But good news, I just checked again, and I am one sub away from 9,700. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, Marilyn. 41. I will be 41. Thank you. I suppose. 42 in March. So you were born in 83. So we're the same age, basically. My girlfriend was born in July, and I keep calling her old. I keep saying she's older than me. She's a cougar. She's 41, going on 42. Well, she just got 41 there, but she's on her way to 42. And less than a month ago, she went to the liquor store, and they asked for her IDs. I still don't understand how that's even possible. I know she looks younger than her age, but still, someone sees her and believes she might be 18. Seriously? Like, what the hell? Let me see if I can find some of that raspberry jam. Oh, there it is. I was lucky this time. Look how beautiful this is. Look at the beautiful color. Oh. Now I need to try to put it back there. Maybe they were trying to make her feel good. I don't know. The lady that was working there asked for her ID when she was 36. And then it was a new lady worked there. Like, I get that if you look under 25, they have to ask for your ID. But I mean, she goes to the liquor store with her own daughter. Her daughter is 20 years old. They asked for my daughter's IDs. She shows it to them, and they're like, "Oh, we need to see yours too." That's my daughter right there. You know, like. My son's sending me messages. I'm sorry, my kids are always my priority, even if I'm live. What else is coming up? Well, there will be some grouse hunting, some bear hunting. Fishing season is done. Although ice fishing season will start soon. And I have an ice augers here. So I'll be able to just go ice fish whenever I want. Only problem is, around here, all we can do is go smelt fishing. So we need to have cold weather, just no snow. I take minus 40, Celsius or Fahrenheit is minus 40 for a few weeks. As long as we don't have snow, I don't mind the cold. People keep telling me, "Oh, as long as it snows, it's not cold." Well, guess what? If it's minus 40 and it's not snowing, I stay inside where it's warm. If it's snowing, even if it's just minus 5, I have to go outside and shovel. And then it gets cold. I don't know about you, but I feel that it's cold. I also have a few chickens left over on Sarah's property. I fill out their water and their feeder, and I go there like every 3 days, and they always have more than half left. So, yeah, I need to go get those chickens. I have at least 3 roosters and 3 hens, and one of them I'm still not sure. And the fact that I'm not sure suggests that it might be a rooster, simply because it's still like in between. But I feel like once the other roosters leave, he will be the one growing bigger and take charge. So I don't know. I can't have roosters at home, so we'll need to put them in the freezer before I do anything else. There might be good chickens to do chicken broth. Might actually be the best to do chicken broth. They have more fat. They will be a little bit smaller in terms of meat birds, but they will have more fat. And I mean, if there's meat on it, sometimes it's too small to even bother cooking it. But for chicken broth, I will end up with a bunch of tiny small pieces that I can just do like the rabbit, just freeze it and use it for sandwiches and stuff. Always. we are following some sessions at work, uh, conflict sessions, because well, there's a lot of conflicts in my department. And one of the trick the guy was telling us is, he's like, okay, so you have, let's take a mason jar. This mason jar is your family. This mason jar is your job. This mason jar is your sport team. This mason jar is the grocery. This mason jar is your bills. And he's like, whenever you're at work, what should be your main focus? I raised my hand. I said, my kids. He's like, not really. It should be work. You need to close the other jars because they don't matter at the moment. You need to focus on work. I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. But even if I was dying at the hospital, fighting for my life, my priority is still going to be my kids. It's not even going to be my own life. It's going to be my kids. I get that I need to save myself to be able to be there for my kids. That's another question. But if I'm at work, my priority is my kids. If I'm in my car, my priority is my kids. I don't care what he says. My priority will always be my kids. Always. Always, always, always. I don't know if you've seen those threads, Tiffany. You're on threads a lot. A lot of people are asking, to all the men out there, what's the order of your priorities between your daughter, your wife, and your mother? Well, for me, my mom would be mad at me if I didn't put my kids first. My wife would be mad at me if I didn't put my kids first. And I would not be happy with myself if I didn't put my kids first. So to me, my daughter will always be number one. I have 5 kids, and they are all equal in number one. Now, number two, that's a question I prefer not to answer. I mean, if I had to choose between my mom and my wife, I would be in trouble. I mean, I wouldn't know who to choose. But I don't think it would ever come down to that. So I don't need to answer. I didn't get the chance to go last year. By the time my hogger came in, it was too late. And we were hoping to be able to go a couple years ago. I went with Anthony and Lucas, and I was supposed to go with the girls after. But by the time we could get the little cabin, the little shelter, the guy was taking it out. And we ended up not being able to go. Now, I have my own ice auger, so I can go whenever I want now. Just a matter of going there, setting a few lines. We can probably buy some small fishing rods. They're just about that big. And put some tiny line on it and go fish for smelt. I love the cold, hate the snow. I can't say that I love the cold, but I don't mind as much as the snow. If I don't need to shovel it, I do not care. It doesn't bother me at all. Last time I was back in Nova Scotia, I went smelt fishing with my grandfather. It's a precious memory I have before he left the world. Sorry about your loss. And yes, ice fishing is something that Thomas from Life in the Valley does a lot. And it's always very interesting. I know that Simple Living Alaska do that a lot too. I would love to be able to have a tent, go sleep in a tent, fish all day, all night, but I would just be afraid to be too cold. I don't really enjoy the cold. Although, it's something that I will probably have to do at some point in my life. If things go according to plan and, I get my raise and I finish my course and all that stuff, well, at some point I'll be able to go in Ontario and go meet Thomas and go spend a few days with him ice fishing. That will be cool. He already told me he wants me to go going on a lake, going down a river, or ice fishing. I don't mind. I just love fishing. All right, what else is coming up? Is there anything in my calendar? I don't think I put anything in my calendar. Oh, it's your anniversary today. So, well, happy anniversary. It's been what? Let me guess. 13 years. 14. I will be celebrating my 15th year anniversary with my girlfriend on November 26th. Well, we're still waiting for the answer, Marilyn. How long has it been? 17! Jeez, you guys are old. So that means 2007. That's pretty cool. Well, congratulations. I don't know who's the toughest between you and him, but whoever it is, congratulations. Well, you know what? I'm going to go as well. I have to get up in the morning with my daughter to go grouse hunting. I will set my clock right away because, well, my alarm. Not my clock, but my alarm. 6:30 tomorrow morning. I'm waking up. Awesome. Him for sure. He's the toughest one. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will probably try to be back Sunday morning, but I think my daughter has a soccer practice. I just don't remember what time it is. So we'll see if I have time to make another live stream or not. Although I don't think there will be much happening during the weekend. But I just like to do it anyway because I always get a different crowd. I always get to talk to different people, so I can say the same thing all over again. See ya. Take care. Have a great weekend. And by the way, whoever has StreamYard, there's a new thing that came out. It's allowing you to put an intro video and an outro video if you pay $35 a month. But you're allowed to add as many videos as you want, which I don't understand. Because if I do this and this, my videos here, am I going to freeze? Oh, not responding. Oh, it opened. Let's see. Intro, outro. Here, let's see what kind of video I want to share. Okay. Okay, let's do this for example. Let me just give me like 2 seconds to load it. It's uploading. 25%, 26, 27, 28, 50%, 55, 65, 75. I will leave you on the free outro video that I was able to upload on YouTube, on StreamYard, just to show them that what they're doing doesn't make sense. Why would I pay $35 for an intro video when I already have one, and an outro video when I can do this? Thanks for watching, and I will put a little song just to make it more fun.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.